Hey everyone, just wanted to do some movie reviews real quick. I watched some good movies over the weekend, and I'd like to do more of these videos where I review movies because I watch a lot of movies. But obviously, you can kind of see behind me. But anyway, this one I wanted to start off with. I watched three movies this weekend. The first of which was called Hi-8, Horror Independent 8. And it was a really cool anthology movie. I really actually liked it a lot. It's the little, review here says, look out VHS. There's a new old format in town. And it is kind of like VHS in the fact that it has like underlying story that kind of goes between all of the shorts, which I believe there was 8 of them, if I can remember right. But it's from Wild Eye Releasing, and I really, really dug this movie. And, the main reason I liked it was, I like horror movies, but the story was really cool, but the feel of it was really cool. It was shot, with a video camera shot on video, so really, really cool shot on video film. And the characters in the movie and the underlying story have a shot on video, or they're shooting a movie on video. So with this killer and something happens there, which I won't tell you, but I liked all the stories. They were all pretty cool. They were all different. Probably my favorite, and I don't know the names of them, but it's the one that has a guy and a girl, and he's like a movie director, and they end up out in the middle of nowhere looking at a shooting location, and some crazy stuff happens. So, and then probably my second favorite was the one with the alien type creatures that have invaded. Some cool old school, reminded me of Deadly Spawn. Yeah, that's what the creature looked like in it. But if you haven't seen Hi-8, you should check this out. You can get it for pretty cheap online. I really enjoyed it. It was just really cool. And again, I liked the feel of it. It had that 80s shot on video feel, and it was still a pretty clean looking movie altogether, even though it was shot on video, but you could tell it was shot on video, and I really, really liked it. And I also really liked the special features too. It has a making of that was really interesting, so check that out. So I definitely recommend this movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. So next up, which these I'm keeping them these little sleeves, but Spring, and I'm regretting not getting this on Blu-ray now because this movie is amazing to look at. It's beautiful. I loved this movie. The story is kind of a slow, it feels like a completely different movie than a horror movie, but it is a horror movie. But it also is a love story, and the way it builds, and the characters are really well done. And I don't want to say a lot about it because I don't want to give anything away, but I really liked the main character, this girl who was in it, and also the guy as well. But it's about a guy who his mom and dad have both died, and he basically is taking care of his mom who has cancer, and she ends up dying, and he's kind of just at the end of his rope, and he gets in some trouble, and the cops are kind of after him, so he goes overseas and decides just to go randomly to Italy. He was going to go there once with his dad, so he decides to go, and he ends up like meeting a farmer and working on a farm and staying in a room there. And some of the best parts are him hanging out with these two British guys, and that's really funny stuff. And then he meets this girl, and some crazy stuff starts to happen. You find out some things about this girl that she is not what she seems. But the ending of this movie I thought was fantastic. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but I highly, highly recommend Spring. I will probably end up upgrading this to Blu-ray, but I really like these Draft House releases too. There's been some really good movies that have come out on these Draft House releases, so I'm really big fan of those as well. Lastly, this movie took the cake this weekend, Blue Ruin. If you have not seen Blue Ruin and you dig revenge thrillers, you need to see this movie. I am blown away by the cast of this film. The main guy, and I forget Macon, I think is his first name. I don't remember his last name. Let me see here. Macon Blair. That guy, from what I understand, and I loved the making of on this movie that I watched, he is fantastic. I hope he makes 1 million more movies because I could watch that dude in anything. He's just an interesting dude and totally believable in the character, but it's basically about a guy who is just kind of done with life. He lives in his car, kind of homeless type guy. And he's had a lot of circumstances that have put him there, mainly that his mother and father were killed. And the guy who killed his mother and father is in prison, and he finds out that he's getting out of prison. So he has already planned to, if this guy gets out, to go kill him. And he goes and kills the guy, which is funny because, you know, usually in movies the bad guy gets it at the end, but like in this one, the bad guy gets it right off the bat. And then he has to tangle with this dude's family, who are a bunch of creepy idiots, you know, and he ends up trying to protect his sister, long story short, and then has to deal with these guys. One of my favorite characters in this is Bud from Home Alone, is in it, the big brother, and he plays kind of this off-the-radar dude with all these guns who works at like a nightclub. He is awesome in it, and again, the main character, I would watch anything that he is in. He did a fantastic job. The look of this movie is great. The feel of this movie is great. It's one of those movies that just left me excited. Like I immediately, you know, told my wife, because I watched it by myself, you have to watch this with me. I want to see it again. And it kind of was that same feeling when I watched The Guest this past year, because I love that movie. Kind of that same feeling, but very dramatic movie, dramatically paced, but awesome movie. I cannot recommend this enough. See Blue Ruin. Again, another one I should have got on Blu-ray, but it was cheap on DVD, so I'll probably end up upgrading this because it's also, you know, very good looking movie. But the director as well, his name, keep forgetting these guys' names, Jeremy Saulnier. I hope that he makes so many more movies. As far, you know, the documentary making of was great because it talks about how this film got accepted at Cannes and you know what happened from there. So I really hope to see a lot more from this guy and the actor who was in it. Both just fantastic movie, and I loved it. So there's just a few reviews of some stuff I watched over the weekend that I really liked. It's cool to watch 3 movies and actually love every single one of them. I thought they were great. You know, but Blue Ruin is definitely the standout of those. And, you know, let me know what you think. If you've seen these movies, let me know what you think of them as well. And if there's anything you'd like to recommend, I'd love to check it out. Love watching movies, and hopefully I'll get some more reviews up. And also I'm going to be probably shooting another collection video today to show off some of my Blu-ray and DVD collection, so look for that. Please give it a like, and if you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Helps me to keep making these videos. It's just a great place, community to talk to people about movies. So anyway, y'all have a great day.